And we found this, the maze and the madness. And this is what sits right under it. And it shocked us. And I'm going to talk to you about it in a moment. So, traditional organizations started off, you know, right from the time of the military warlords, functional groups, sets, and then it went on. You got HR, finance, Department 1, Department 2, Department 3. Around the 80s, we started going global. You had Sector 1, Sector 2, geographies, etc. And then around the 90s, something strange happened. We got this method of what is called KPI management. So now if something was not working, you know, your strategy was not right, let's have a head of strategy. And then they had a head of strategy, and then a head of variation. And now we've got a problem with, I've got a team that I worked with that had a problem with gross margin. So they appointed a VP of gross margin. VP of gross margin, VP of innovation, VP of this, VP of that. And it goes on. And in the center is Bob. Bob is still the single person doing the work. That has not changed. Yeah? And we've built this inverted pyramid on top of the doers. That is really removing accountability, all sense of accountability, and responsibility. You can't even say who's accountable. And these are good people. These are great people, great leaders. But very easy to say, oh no, the leaders maybe are not the right leaders. No, they're all good leaders. They've been set up to fail. Yeah? And then we came across the madness. The madness is how work flows through the maze. So what you've got there is you've got people coming in with the process. Let's make the process map. So they'll do process re-engineering. We've all been through that. You put it in maps, it sits there. That is not how things work. You've got another way that work happens in the organization. And if you really know how to shout and who to contact, you've got your network, there's a third little way that things happen. That's how work really gets done. And this is how things work. And then what do we do? Because it is the maze. Then we automate the whole lot. So now we go and buy SAP, or we buy whatever it is that suits our flavor, and now it's RPA, that's the latest buzzword, and we digitize the whole mess. Now imagine transforming that. Yeah? Try doing that. It's all set in concrete. Very easy and structured when you're setting it up, and then it goes hard, and that's it, you're stuck. Yeah? You can't move anything. And of course, we then need an army of our project managers, maze runners, to run this maze. I worked with one bank in Australia, and when we started the journey, they were at 104 developers in one area. Yeah? Take a guess. It was a small area. Take a guess on the number of PMs, project managers. Yeah? Well, you're almost right. It was 97. Maze runners through this. And I feel so sorry for them because they're fantastic. They've got no accountability, all the accountability, no responsibility to change things, deliver on time. It's a thankless job that they can't achieve. Yeah? So it's very, very difficult. And underlying all this, each one has their metrics, their dashboards, their KPIs, the governance. It's all there hanging around. And there's so much you don't know actually what's happening. Yeah? And it's in this maze that sometimes we find ourselves struggling. Yeah? You feel that you're the only one there pulling along. You're the only one carrying the ship. And it's the structure. And we come back to Conway's principle here, which said that your systems and your processes will only be as simple as your structure. You've got complex structures. You can forget about having simple processes or trying to simplify your processes. And that's what we need to address.